Number 1.
Hey, honey, did you mail my mom's present like I asked you to?
I'll do it tomorrow on my way to work.
I can't believe it. This is the 3rd time I've reminded you.
I know. I just got busy and it slipped my mind. Sorry. It won't happen again.
It happens almost every time I ask you to do something.
Question. What does the woman imply?
Number 2.
I finally found the ideal spot for my new hair salon. I just signed the lease today.
You're opening another shop? The first one must be doing quite well.
Business is great. My new salon will have a special focus, though. We'll offer haircuts exclusively for children.
I didn't know there was a demand for that.
The children's beauty market is so hot now. I just figure I can't lose.
I'd be wary of trends. They often don't last long. Anyway, how does one make the haircutting experience different for children?
We make the environment fun. The salon chairs will be in the shape of animals, and kids can choose from various scented shampoos.
Well, I wish you luck.
Question. How does the woman feel about her new business project?
Number 3.
Hey, John, did you hear whether Stacy got the job or not? I haven't seen her for a while.
I had lunch with her yesterday. Apparently, the company offered her the job, but she turned them down.
You're kidding. She seemed really interested when I last spoke to her.
I know, but after the interview, she reconsidered and decided she's better off where she is now.
Well, I did wonder why she wanted to change jobs in the first place.
Question. What do we learn about Stacy?
Number 4.
Is it boiling in here, or is it just me?
I'm all right, but we can open a window if you want.
No, it'll be too noisy. Why don't we just turn on the air conditioner?
Company policy. The air conditioner is set to come on automatically at 28 degrees.
Really? It feels like an oven in here. I can't concentrate.
Tell you what, I'll turn on the fan.
Okay, at least it'll move the air around.
Question. What is the man's complaint?
Number 5.
Hi, Frank. I'm sorry to bother you at work. Did you do something to our home computer? I'm trying to get a report done, and the whole system is really slow.
The security software expired a few days ago, and I haven't had a chance to renew it yet. We may have picked up a virus or something.
We'd better renew it right away. I'd do it, but I don't really know how.
I'll do it when I get home this evening.
Question. What will Frank do tonight?
Number 6.
Hi, Vince. Come in and have a seat. I heard you're concerned about your future university expenses.
That's right, Miss Merkley. My parents can't really afford to help me much.
I see. Instead of taking out a big loan, you might want to consider a community college for your first 2 years. The tuition is very reasonable, and you could continue to live at home.
I've thought about that. It's not my first choice, but that's probably what I'll end up doing.
Question. What does the woman advise Vince to do?
Number 7.
Are you okay, Matt? You keep sneezing and coughing.
I think my allergies are acting up.
I used to have bad allergies too, every spring.
Did you have to take a lot of prescription medicine?
Yes, several different types. Then I tried Dr. Gage, my naturopathic doctor.
And it was Dr. Gage who cured you?
After using her herbal remedies for a few years, my symptoms gradually decreased, then disappeared.
That's amazing. Maybe I should schedule a consultation.
Question. What is the man considering doing?
Number 8.
Honey, what are you doing on the 17th?
This Saturday? I was thinking about going fishing with Ronan.
Could you go on Sunday? There's an all-day teachers' conference that I'd like to attend. I was hoping you could watch the kids.
Okay, maybe I'll take them to a movie, and then grab some dinner on our way home.
I appreciate it, honey.
Question. What will the man do on the 17th?
Number 9.
It looks like more snow is forecast, Nadia. I guess I'll be clearing the driveway again.
Maybe you should finally give in and hire that snow removal service we saw advertised.
I know, but I hate to spend the money. And shoveling isn't bad exercise.
True, but you're not getting any younger. You don't want to strain your back again.
You've got a point. I'll call them for an estimate.
Question. What is the man considering doing?
Number 10.
Did you see this promotion for cable TV? We can get 100 channels for the same price we're paying for 30 channels now.
Don't you think we already spend enough time watching TV?
But we'd get more educational programs for the kids. And you'd like to have more movie channels, wouldn't you?
Okay, you win. But let's agree to at least talk about limiting how much we watch.
Fair enough.
Question. What does the couple decide to do?
Number 11.
How was the concert last night, Pierre?
Well, the band usually puts on a good performance, but I felt like they let down the audience a bit.
How so? Didn't they play enough of their hit songs?
The music itself was fantastic. There was a good mix of hits from their old stuff and songs from their new album. It's just that our city was one of the last stops on the tour. They looked exhausted.
I can imagine. Maybe they should have shortened their tour schedule.
Question. Why was the man disappointed?
Number 12.
I don't know what's wrong with my dog these days. His behavior is getting worse.
What do you mean?
Well, he barks for no reason, and he even ran out into the street yesterday. He's never done that before.
Why not take him to obedience classes?
He's probably too old to learn anything now.
I wouldn't be so sure. I have a great book I used with my dog. It has tips for dealing with older dogs. I can lend it to you if you'd like.
I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Question. What does the man imply?
A. Cochineals. The idea of eating bugs is not socially accepted in many countries. It can therefore shock people to learn that some food products in their supermarkets contain a colouring made from insects. The insects, called cochineals, produce a substance known as carminic acid. To make the colour, the insects are first harvested from cactus plants. The insects are then dried and processed to turn the carminic acid into carmine, a red dye that can be used as a food colouring. Because of the quality dye that can be produced from cochineals, they were highly valued by ancient civilizations in the Americas. These societies used the dye to colour clothing, food, and body paint. Today, it is used in some cosmetics as well as food. Some people, such as vegans and vegetarians, think that dyes made from plant sources, like strawberries and beets, should be used instead.
Questions. Number 13. What is one thing we learn about carminic acid? Number 14. What do some people think about the dye made from cochineals?
B. Icelandic turf houses. For centuries, people in Iceland used turf, clumps of grass and dirt, to construct their houses. Turf was a durable material that could withstand the harsh climate and help keep people warm. Wood was in short supply and often needed to be imported, so it could not be replaced easily. For this reason, more available materials such as turf and stones were used whenever possible. Turf not only provided insulation, it also protected Icelandic people from some natural disasters. Turf houses were usually dug into the side of a hill. While they looked like individual buildings from the front, they were often joined together by a corridor at the back. This unusual feature allowed people to move from building to building without being exposed to the cold. Though almost no one lives in turf houses in Iceland today, many have been converted into museums and have become popular tourist attractions.
Questions. Number 15. What was one reason Icelandic people built turf houses? Number 16. What does the speaker say about turf houses?
C. The breakdown of wet wipes. Wet wipes are causing problems in sewer tunnels around the world. In 2015, for example, workers in London had to clear an enormous 10-ton lump of fat from one sewer tunnel. Experts blame wet wipes that are being flushed down toilets for causing such problems. Although the wipes can pass through pipes in homes without any issues, they mix with grease in sewer tunnels to create serious blockages. Cleaning up these obstructions has been estimated to cost billions of dollars worldwide. As a result, new industry standards were set for labeling a product flushable, based on how quickly it breaks down. Environmental groups, however, claim these standards are not useful because flushable wipes do not break down in sewer tunnels the way they do in laboratory tests. The environmental groups therefore created guidelines telling consumers which products do not create blockages.
Questions. Number 17. What is one problem caused by wet wipes? Number 18. Why do environmental groups criticize the new industry standards?
D. Raising Angora rabbits. Angora rabbits are raised around the world for their wool because it is softer and much warmer than sheep wool. Due to the animal's small size and the need to constantly care for their coats, raising Angora rabbits for wool is best done on a small scale. More owners of small farms are becoming interested in raising the animals, as their wool is more profitable than sheep wool. Removing the wool of some breeds of Angora rabbit requires cutting the wool once every few months. With other breeds, the wool can be easily removed by hand. The wool needs to be removed often because Angora rabbits clean themselves using their tongues, like cats. If they are not brushed regularly, they will swallow too much of their wool, which can cause death. Luckily, Angora rabbits can be easily trained to sit calmly while being brushed or having their wool cut.
Questions. Number 19. What is one thing the speaker says about Angora rabbits? Number 20. What is one problem with wool from Angora rabbits?
E. Fireside chats. When Franklin D. Roosevelt became President of the United States in 1933, the country was suffering from an economic crisis. A quarter of the population was unemployed, people were hungry, and trust in the government was rapidly declining. Roosevelt decided to use a radio broadcast to help calm the growing feeling of panic. He wanted to talk directly to the American people and tell them that the government was addressing their concerns. The speech was an immediate success. Roosevelt made similar broadcasts known as fireside chats throughout his presidency. The talks often mentioned respected figures like Abraham Lincoln and ended with the national anthem. However, it was Roosevelt's conversational, informal style that set his fireside chats apart from usual political speeches. People felt as if the president was in their homes, giving them updates on everything from World War II to farming.
Questions. Number 21. Why did Franklin D. Roosevelt decide to make radio broadcasts? Number 22. How were the fireside chats different from regular political speeches? F. Bajau divers. The Bajau people live on boats in the waters around Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Philippines, and spend most of their lives at sea. Some Bajau divers can fish beneath the ocean's surface for up to 13 minutes without scuba equipment. Researchers found that Bajau people have larger than average spleens. The spleen is an organ that provides oxygen to the blood when the breath is held, so a larger spleen likely benefits the divers. Bajau people with no diving experience also have larger spleens, so the researchers suspect the divers' abilities are partly genetic. In addition, DNA samples from Bajau people showed they commonly have genes that help more oxygen get to organs like the heart and lungs. The researchers want to learn more about how Bajau people have adapted to their environment. They hope that such knowledge will lead to better treatments for conditions such as heart disease.
Questions. Number 23. What did researchers discover about the Bajau people? Number 24. What is one thing the researchers want to do?
G. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 25.
We have a few apartments. There's one in Wilson Heights, just a few minutes from the train station on foot. It's a studio apartment, so everything is in one room, but it's quite spacious. Right next door to that, in downtown Hills, there's an older two-bedroom apartment available. Bronte Towers has a three-bedroom apartment available. It's right beside a bus stop and a 25-minute ride to the station. Lastly, and just a short walk from the same bus stop, there's a spacious two-bedroom apartment for rent in Norton Villas.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
H. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 26.
Well, from what you've told me, it sounds like it could be another kidney stone. You can't be too careful with this kind of thing. Ideally, I'd like you to come in for an examination first thing in the morning. If you can't come tomorrow, take one of the pills I gave you last time right away. If it is a kidney stone, that will help your body deal with it. If not, at least it will help relieve the pain until I can examine you.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
I. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 27.
I'm sorry, X-Travel hasn't notified us about the spa treatment offer. I'm sure your information is accurate, but we first need confirmation of the offer. The easiest solution would be for us to have a copy of your email from X-Travel. We'll need a paper copy for our records, so please use the printer in our business center. After that, you'll be able to book your treatment, and we can follow up on the miscommunication between us and X-Travel. As you're a regular customer, I'll also try to get a room upgrade for you.
Now, mark your answer on your answer sheet.
J. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 28.
I'd like to cover a few points about food and drink. We do many outdoor activities, so students should bring a water bottle as drinking water isn't available outside. Also, we prepare lunch on the premises and expect all children to eat school lunch, unless they have special dietary requirements. We have many students, so we can't cover everyone's needs. All meals include meat, eggs, and cheese. A doctor's letter is required to opt out of school lunch, in which case you won't be charged for it. In such cases, students are required to bring a home-prepared lunch.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
K. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 29.
Thank you for calling Alexandra Park. Due to winter weather conditions, not all roads in the park are open. Taylor Road and Grand Point Road are closed due to heavy snowfall and will remain closed for at least 2 weeks. Bryant Pass Road is open, although snow chains are required on all vehicles due to its high elevation. Chains can be purchased at the Valley Garage in Campton City. There are no rental chains available within the park. Please be aware that studded tires are not allowed to be used in the park.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.